2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Hands up!
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that?
It is Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie. Welcome to the podcast today. It's backyard cricket day today.
No time to waste. Isn't it weird?
The
Two
old,
captains sitting head to head.
Wielding the willow today.
Middle stump.
What?
Nothing. I don't know a lot about cricket, but I would suggest if you lose again, mate, you'll be looking a bit silly mid-off.
There's a brand new pitch at Kirribilli House as well. Apparently a palm tree has been installed in the middle. I don't know who's approved that.
Richard Wilkins.
Does Albo get to... I mean, when you're Prime Minister, do you do the new renos?
Yeah, he
Are you
does
in
it.
charge of the new renos?
Yep, they're going to do a version of The Block there with Albo and his beautiful lady-to-be.
This is, the security around the backyard cricket game is unbelievable today. I mean, it's the Prime Minister. So this is Tom's favourite time of the day where he gets patted down by some security guard.
It's more that... Sorry. What Tommy tries to achieve here is the Prime Minister's pardon, where all charges are dropped against him.
Yeah, pardon me. I rocked up a few days early, guys, and then a few days early again, and a few days early. Anyway, wait till you find what I'm
classic.
smuggling.
Okay,
So
Tom.
much fun and so much laughter in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How far would you go to get the shot? I had an argument with my wife the other day. It's not very often you get to see a snake. But when you do, I'm straight onto the phone.
Where were you?
You got to get some vision. Where I grew up, there's sand dunes around there. Actually, there was one day where Lenny was jumping off a sand dune, and the dog went down there to go get him as he jumped. The dog was playing, and I looked over, and there was a tiny one. It was a tiny little brownie, sort of slithering past Lenny.
Still a brown snake.
And I thought, well, this is a perfect time to get a video. How often do you see a brown snake?
Oh my God! If the snake chases the kid, we're in for a great video. What about those blokes that do it? I think it's a golfing trick, Fitz, where you'll see a guy standing there and one guy will come up and he'll peg a line that's attached to a fake snake. Have you seen that?
They are so good.
And then turn around and go, oh, snake! Everyone runs and the bloke realises the snake's following.
That is a great prank.
I might do that at the Kirribilli House today.
A Canadian woman has suffered severe injuries when she attempted to take a photo of a shark near a Turks and Caicos beach. That's an island that's near the Dominican Republic. She reportedly was wading in the shallows when a shark sort of swam up to her and she attempted to engage the shark.
Oh, yeah?
Tried to take a couple of photos. The shark's latched on. One of the woman's hands was amputated at the wrist. The other one was severed midway down her forearm. She's gone in for the selfie and unfortunately lost both her arms.
If you're in the water, right, just picture yourself snorkeling and a shark. You see a shark in the distance coming towards you. You got a couple of options. All right?
Your phone.
Your
You
phone,
gotta get your phone
for a
out.
selfie,
Yep.
or get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
What do you reckon you'd do?
Do you remember when we did the safari over in South Africa? And they said the tour guide said one of the worst things that they have is that when you do the safety briefing at the start of the safari, a lot of the tourists just nod their head. They can't understand English, but they nod their head and understand, oh, yes, we know that you're not allowed to get out of the van when the lions are around. But when the lions rock up, they've had actually a couple of tourists just jump off the van to go and get a closer shot, and they're gone.
Big friendly cat, take photo. Have you seen those ones where they have the lion parks? So it'll be a park, like a open plain zoo, and you actually drive through in your own car. Have you seen those ones?
No.
So people will wind down a window as a lion's coming up to the car to take a photo. One bloke decided to get out of his car to wander over to get a closer pic of the lions when the strict rule, I mean, it shouldn't be a rule, it's common sense. You're in a wild lion park, a lion reserve. don't get out of your car.
No.
This guy got mauled in front of his kids.
In his Holden Barino. It was only a
Yeah.
tiny little car.
Oh, my God.
Oh, see, you just can't. I mean, the only question that I ask with this, the shot of the shark. I mean,
Where is the pic?
I mean, she's lost both arms, but when she's better again, does she go back to the phone and go, all right, well, let's have a look.
hang
How
on a
good
minute.
was my shot?
Yeah, you think it was bad that I lost both my arms? What about that? Have a look at this pic here. Can you take a photo with your tongue? Well, she obviously, it's the last photo she'll take, but how else do you press the button now? I mean, I may have thought too far into this.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Fitzy, Whipper and Kate Ritchie's backyard cricket match.
Oh, it's up in the air.
At Kirribilli House.
I will be there.
Looking forward to it. Cannot wait, you guys.
I'll be there.
I'm very excited about this.
You bloody ripper. What's he done there? Another one out on the harbour.
We've done all right. Weather's okay at the moment, but there's a few clouds starting to form.
Oh, mate. You know, I don't mind it being grey because I remember last year I was batting and the sun was in my eyes. And you're not going to believe it, I got bowled first ball.
No way, you
And
poor
if
bugger.
it wasn't for the sun, I would have made a ton.
Two amazing charities, Lifeline Australia and Batyr Australia as well. We're raising money today for this, and Albo didn't have to do it. I mean, we're not that far away from an election. You don't think there'll be a few people in his ear today just to see how he's going?
I love that there's sort of an election campaign already running without calling it.
Yeah.
He's on. Mate,
Yeah.
we're on. Today's the day.
Shayna Jack. I absolutely adore this lady. She has produced gold for us in the pool. And you know what? Anytime that she can get out of the pool and look at those black lines at the bottom of a pool, she'd like to come and play cricket. She's on the line now. Shayna,
Shayna Black.
Good morning, guys.
Shayna, gold medal winner. But you know what? When you think about it, run me through the raw emotion when you found out that you'd be playing on my team for the backyard cricket. How did it feel?
It was just overwhelming with
Yeah.
a bit of pride,
Electric.
joy, a little bit of pressure because obviously I want to do you proud and I don't know how good I am on land.
Yeah.
I know.
Like you're a different animal.
You're a fish out of water.
Will you
Yeah, I'm a fish out of water.
Shayna, when we celebrate Australia, and you've stood on the podium and you've heard the national anthem before, but to be at Kirribilli House with Shannon Knowles singing the national anthem, it wouldn't surprise me if you had a little tear today.
It's going to be one of those ones that go down in history of one of my favourite moments for sure.
Wow, that's a big call. That's a really big call.
How do you go rolling the arm over? Let's be honest, Shayna. Have you ever played cricket in your life?
I did growing up. I have three brothers, so I did play backyard cricket growing up.
Great.
But how have I picked up a ball and bat anytime soon recently? Absolutely not.
Okay.
Whipper, I'm honoured to be part of the team. I don't know how much you're going to want me on your team after today.
The good news is you're already better than me. I can guarantee that.
That's the same conversation Mel McLaughlin has every year, isn't it? I can't play cricket.
Don't worry about it. It's actually not about the cricket. It's about the barbecue after Shayna Jack, which is going to be
That's
awesome.
great.
Hey, Shayna, thank you so much for putting up your time today. We'll see you this afternoon.
I can't wait. I'll see you guys soon.
Love it. Thanks, Shayna. Someone else we haven't spoken to who snuck into the team. This is quite interesting because really...
Snuck in with the humans?
He snuck in with the humans and he'd only recently just been bitten by a snake. We welcome him to your team, Fitz, in fact. Matty J, hello, buddy. Let's call him. Oh. Sorry, I thought he was there.
That's not bad.
Let's cut this bit out. Matty J, welcome. Tommy, you'll edit that bit out,
Yeah, when we're live.
Yeah, when we're live, it'll be fine.
Edit.
Matty, can you come and play on my cricket team today at Kirribilli House?
Well, firstly, do you want to know if I'm a batter or a bowler, or you'll take anyone?
We'll take anyone at the moment. But what are you, Matty? What's your specialty?
Can't bat to save my life, but I'm an opening bowler.
Wow.
This is what I want to hear.
Okay, you might put him in the number 2 slot for bowling because what normally happens is you'll have the Premier versus the Prime Minister for the opener, Matty. So you might come in after that with a fair bit of pressure on you.
Love that. I love that. I'm ready.
Is there anybody's head that you would like to take off today? Shervo, Richard Wilkins, Shannon Knoll, Hugh Van Cuylenberg's going to be there. Anyone that you're going to target, Matty?
Shervo was so nice. He's so lovely that I think it's only fair that he cops a bit of heat from someone.
Yep, fair call.
That's true. Maddie, what's going to be interesting too, because I know that you don't mind taking your shirt off and you also know how to dance. I'm thinking when Ray Gun starts to break out some of her fine moves we saw at the Olympics, you might join in. You know that part of the wedding when the bride and groom are done and then they call everybody in? I think that's what it'll be.
You're making me sound like a stripper.
Fingers crossed,
We can't, Tommy, there can't be a moat. We cannot ask. We cannot ask. No, we can't ask Ray Gun to dance.
Do you know who we get to ask
Cannot
Ray
do
Gun
it.
to dance?
What?
The Prime Minister.
Oh, do you reckon Albo would do
Good
it?
angle. Yeah, Albo loves it.
Maddie, she's got to dance, doesn't she? Like,
Well, I mean, if there's any awkwardness, I can get the dancing started and then
That's
just
it.
pass the baton on over to Reagan.
maybe that's the way we do it. We all go, oh my God, what's Maddie doing? He can't dance. Can anyone dance?
As one of the Prime Minister's snipers take Matty out as he tries to get close and dance to the Prime Minister.
Oh, Maddie.
Mate, we'll see you there today. Thank you very much for coming along, Matty.
I can't wait to knock out Shervo. Thanks, boys.
Well done,
Good on you,
legend.
buddy. Love it. Thank you so much. All right, stay on our Insta stories all day to see the action. Tommy, have we got the footage up yet of when I thought Fitzy had a cricket ball and it turned out to be an apple this morning in the hallway?
Some hallway antics at about 6:30 this
You'll
morning.
need to clean that up.
Yeah, that's there now.
Didn't help when you got some cream in a bowl, mate, and try to make your own pie out into the office there.
The Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Let's talk about rugby league if we can, because it's a big
Rugby
league. Vegas. We're off to Vegas, guys, and it's a big one this week. We spoke to Kevy Walters yesterday about it, actually. He played while he was coaching last year. He's over there for KO Sports this time. Lot stress-free for Kevy.
Kev, yeah, he's free, mate.
He's free.
He can have a good time.
Not stress-free for the NRL, though. Because overnight, it's front page of the paper. It says Vegas blow up. There's been a fight before a whistle has even been blown.
Day one.
So we're talking the
Day
Canberra Raiders
one.
here. Hudson Young and Morgan Smithies. Come on, Hudson. Come on, Morgan.
Smithies.
What's happened? They've rocked up, the boys, and I think there was a bit of confusion. So the accommodation partner is Resorts World over in Vegas, and one of the players did not have an allocated room after returning from a night out. He asked to share a bed with his teammate, but his request was rejected, which prompted the disagreement and subsequent fight. Security were called, and later it emerged that there was one of them was holding a baseball bat. When the security got up there, it emerged that it was an inflatable baseball bat.
Okay, that's a bit different. And quite funny, actually. He'd been at the Royal Easter Show.
That's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah.
An inflatable bat with your mate.
You know, the alleged fight took place in the lift, as you mentioned, Fitz. Very contained area. In fact, there could be a sport in that. Have you seen phone box fighting?
Oh my gosh, well, you
Have
can't
seen
get
that?
out.
Can't get out of the phone box, and you have to fight until someone drops.
Well, there's one in the car as well.
Oh, there's the car fighting.
Yeah, well, you've got to put your seatbelt on. You can use your seatbelt to wrap it
That's
around their
right.
arms and
you can
stuff.
strangle the guy with your seatbelt. In the lift, you know, that's another small octagon which we could really focus on. Could be a different sport.
Actually, apparently there's been a fair bit of confusion because this Resorts World that has the accommodation, 3,500 rooms, the hotels claim that the computer system, the upgrade, was responsible for mass delays with check-in.
What, the upgrade because no one got an upgrade, or the upgrade to the firmware?
Well, all the executives at the NRL would be getting upgrades.
Oh, yeah.
I dare say everyone,
Volandis is at the top.
everyone from Fox Sports, the executives of Fox Sports would be getting upgrades.
Penthouses.
But the players are fighting with inflatable baseball bats out the front of their room just to get in.
Mate, the fact that this didn't happen last year, I reckon, is a win. Like last year was pretty clean, wasn't it? And that was their first go at it. And I reckon they came out unscathed and everybody said, hey, what a great game to take over to the US.
Well, I heard a few stories that didn't come out in the media. Right. I could tell you different stories.
Are we doing those after 8 o'clock? I didn't get those on the WhatsApp group.
I think the first person that you need to take over there is someone that can keep things quiet.
Oh, right, that type.
Yes.
Cut their tongues out on the way home.
Yeah.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Talking about squatters, I don't mind this because Huey, my eldest, the other day had a conversation with him and he was asking me, Dad, if you had to find somewhere to sleep, where would be the best place to do it?
It's a great question.
I said an abandoned high-rise building would be good to have a floor to yourself.
I was going to say a 5-star hotel to sort of check in.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry, if you didn't have any money or anything.
So our local footy club the other day, unfortunately, we had to move someone on who had set up and had been living in our scoreboard for the last 3 months over summer. And do you know what? I went in there, someone informed me about it, and I went in there, and it was a great setup. Like they had a bookshelf in there.
Did they?
Had his sleeping bag, had his dog bed there, and his dog was in there with him as well. It was a good little setup. He had a little gas burner, so he was cooking.
Mate, he's doing dumplings. He's got a steak on the go.
Because behind the scoreboard, no one can see you. There's like swampland after it. So he would go back there, cook, bring his dog inside and in the scoreboard there. And it's the old school one. You know how you had to pick up the numbers and you had to slide them down into the scoreboard?
But that's the question. Is he doing the scoreboard when the games are on? Was he helping out? Changing the score.
Well, that's the thing. It's not footy season, so he's just doing it during the summer and he's just getting the good weather.
Did you think to leave him in there? Like,
what
does it matter?
I agree.
What does it actually matter?
Well, there was a timber half pipe skate pipe that was down the road from us, and when we were younger, we used to go there, and there was a guy that used to squat, and he used to sleep in underneath the half pipe, and we would have to go in there and tap him on the shoulder and wake him up and go, sorry sir, we're using the half pipe now, because it would wake him up.
Don't want to wake you up, mate. I'm just about to drop in from 10 foot.
He was a lovely man, and he said thank you for the manners for waking me up and moving me on.
Mate, in Rose Bay there's a dog beach, and there's a guy that lives down there, and he must have been there for a decade or longer. Could be 20 years, I don't know, but he's got a little hut that he's built in the bushes. He's got an Aussie flag. He's got sort of a motorised scooter that sits outside as well, and he's built a little spot down in the corner, and it's just under the police station.
That is a good effort.
So they'd know about it, but you're better off just letting him go.
They are lovely
Why
people.
not?
It was like the San Francisco problem when I took the family there a couple of years ago. And what the government do is that they put them all into one area together in the city, and then they absolutely trash that area, and then they move them on to the next area. And when we arrived at our hotel, they were all together out the front of our hotel, and Huey, my son, he was crying in the room saying, Dad, I don't want to leave the hotel room. By the end of the third day, he knew all their names.
G'day, Terry. He's new best mates.
Lauren in Terry Hills, you got a story about a squatter?
Morning, boys. I sure do. It's actually my dad's story.
Yeah.
He's up in Newcastle. He's a teenage granddad, this guy. My dad. He's so fit. Anyway, he goes kite surfing, and every afternoon he'll ride all his gear up to the beach, and he noticed this chap's, like, prime real estate position at the pond, like, looking onto the beach.
Yeah.
And it just started with a chair. So the next day went past, and he expanded a little bit. Now there was a little pool.
Yeah.
Went past, there was a big tent behind him, and then he got the couch, and then he, like, every afternoon my dad would go past, he'd go, mate, do you want to pop in for a cup of tea? I've got biscuits. And he just kept expanding, and then, eventually, sadly, again, they do just take it that little bit too far, and then they sadly get moved along. But, he had prime on the beach.
Sounds like an episode of The Block.
And just kept doing renos and just extending the house.
He just kept renovating. Yeah.
Oh, my God, here's the kitchen reveal.
That's the
fantastic.
way to do
Here's
it,
the bathroom reveal. Shayna Blaze likes it.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Can we talk about the SAGs? It's not a very good name, is it?
No, it just reminds me
You've won a
of
few awards for sagging, haven't you, over the years?
Yeah, as you get out of the shower and as you get a little bit older, you can swing a bit.
Screen Actors Guild Awards 2025. Now, this has sort of thrown sort of the best actor at the Oscars into chaos because I think everyone thought that Adrian Brody might win it, but there was a bit of a surprise yesterday because everyone rates the reputation of the SAG Awards are pretty high.
Is that the lead up to the Oscars?
Yes, it is. Because then what do you have? You have the Emmys, you have the BAFTAs, you have the SAGs, then you go into the Oscars. I think the BAFTAs
are 2 weeks away.
Yes, 2 weeks away.
Third, I think.
And I think Timothee Chalamet has not won anything yet for his portrayal of Bob Dylan in A Complete Unknown. If you haven't seen it yet, it's an amazing movie. He won yesterday for Best Actor. They were also, all the actors from the movie Conclave were there as well, and I think they did a bit of a shout-out. Got together, put their arms around it, and did a shout-out for the Pope.
Good luck.
Hope you get better, bro, from your friends here at Conclave. No, I think it was a little bit more because it would have been than that.
I mean, did they record a video? The Pope's not great. Like, we could lose a Pope in the next 24 to 48 hours. Just a side note.
Timothee Chalamet.
Big.
I want to talk about Timothee Chalamet because I think he's one of the... This is an amazing portrayal of Bob Dylan, and it took him 5 years to prepare for this. Interesting speech, and this is what I wanted to bring up because he gets up there. He's only a very young man, but... for him to get up there and he said something that, you know, that we would probably consider here in Australia as bragging.
Okay.
But I thought, you know what? This guy, he wants to achieve some great things, and I found this really interesting. Have a listen to his acceptance speech.
I can't downplay the significance of this award because it means the most to me. And I know we're in a subjective business, but the truth is I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there.
Oh, my God, he's manifesting,
I
mate.
really like that. And it's like he's basically said this is the start for me. He's going to be taking harder roles and working even harder to be one of the greats.
I don't want to take the shine off Timothee Chalamet. Is that not what I said?
You just took the shine off him by mispronouncing his name.
Timothee Chalamet. Timothee Chalamet. Bob Dylan, right? Brilliant. Bit of an easy role to play. Look like crap, sing like crap.
What are you talking about?
Bob
Bit of an
Dylan,
easy role to play.
He looks dirty, right? And his voice was never great. And his music wasn't just about his voice.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm a Bob Dylan fan. But if you wanted to do an Elvis Presley or a Bob Dylan, what's the easier role?
What are you talking
Bob
about?
Dylan, mate.
No, it's not. It's still
How many roads must a man walk down?
Didn't you record something, a Bob Dylan song? You loved Bob Dylan.
I don't need to bring that up now. Don't think twice. It's all right. It was a recording.
I think it's the greatest biopic that's ever been made. It's a
Have you seen Rocket Man?
Yeah, that is a good one. Better Man, Robbie Williams was really good as well. Elton's was amazing
Freddie
as well.
Mercury's.
But this is unbelievable. A complete unknown. Go check it out.
Big call.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Fitzy, Whipper and Kate Ritchie's backyard cricket match.
Oh, it's up in the air.
At Kirribilli House.
I will be there.
Looking forward to it. Cannot wait, you guys.
I'll be there.
I'm very excited about this.
You bloody ripper. What's he done there? Another one out on the harbour.
Can I just have a bit of a stroke of honesty here, first of all? Because You know, the day for me doesn't revolve around the cricket too much. It's the feed that we have afterwards.
Now you've got my attention.
Oh, because the boys at Tender Gourmet Butchery in Hornsby rock up. Now, we're hearing that they're there already, setting up right now. Adam, are you at Kirribilli House?
Yes, I am, buddy. I'm here.
Adam, you know we love your work. You're there every year and you please the crowd more than anybody on the pitch. Can you run through what your array of sausages, what sort of flavours are we looking at today on the barbecue?
So I've got our world's famous pork, truffle and provolone sausages.
Yes,
then I've also got our sang choy bao.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Our chicken, cheese and baby spinach.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
And then some plain ones. We've got some plain ones for, people just want the plain.
You got the fat beef, do you, mate?
Yeah, just a fat beef. Yeah.
Is
the Bunnings one.
Is Toto hanging around? Albo's dog? Is the dog around at the moment, Adam?
I haven't seen him lately, since I've got here, but he does normally hang around the barbecue.
Adam, can you do me a quick favour? Because there's a new pitch there. Can you just run down there now? Is it too... Can you just maybe stick a key into the pitch to see how firm it is?
Just take the steps on the right-hand side there, down the hill, and just get a bit of a feel for it. Does it look good? Because it's just been freshly landscaped.
Mate, you should see this is way better than last year.
Is
it's going to be a quick wicket. Yeah, it's going to be a quick wicket. It doesn't look like they've had any rain down here.
Yeah, right.
So I reckon, it's going to be good.
Well, it's a great day, Adam, isn't it? For anyone, we're so lucky that we get to spend a day at Kirribilli House. It's just such a unique experience.
Oh, this place is beautiful, and the grounds are looking spectacular today. It's going to be a pleasure to cook up.
Can't wait.
We love you, mate.
Cannot wait.
The boys at Tender Gourmet Butchery in Hornsby. One man who used to be a sneaky butcher himself is Colin Fasnich. You there, Faz?
Good morning, boys.
Not afraid of a barbecue, are you, Faz?
Mate, there's 5 reasons I'm coming today, and they're all in bread.
Did you actually used to be a butcher yourself, Faz? Is that how you started?
I've butchered a few meals in my time.
Butchered a couple of Channel 7 shows as well, Colin.
Whoa. I actually said to my daughter, I said, I'm going playing cricket. Number one, she said, what's that? I said, I'm playing with the Prime Minister. She said, who? Boris Johnson? Big ups to St. Clair's. I'm paying my school fees today.
Oh, my God, that is priceless.
Whose team is Faz?
Faz is with me, aren't you, Faz?
What?
Hang on.
No, you're with me.
No, you're with Fitzy.
Yeah, I was out training this morning. A bit of a niggle in the back leg, but I've been practising my sliding tackles, so we're all good.
Faz, if Richard Wilkins can throw an arm over and a leg, then so can you, mate.
Mate, I can beat Richie, just you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mate, we're looking forward to it. Faz, there's nothing better than the feed that we have afterwards, but we'll see you today, brother. Get yourself ready. Are you ready to go now, or what are you doing?
I'm ready and dressed, and I've got a list of souvenirs to take home as well. So
Okay.
Same as last year. Nothing's changed.
The painting of the Queen from the living room?
No, Boris Johnson.
Oh, of course.
Boris Johnson.
The real king.
We'll see you there, Faz.
See you later, boys.
See you, mate.
How good's that? Lifeline, Batar. How do I say it? Tell me.
Batir.
Batir, I stuffed
You guys
that up.
always get that wrong.
Batir.
For youth mental health. Really
youth
great
mental
charity.
health. They do phenomenal work, Batir. They are the charities we're looking after today because some well-needed funds will be raised.
This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Where did you wake up after a big night out? I think drinking culture has changed now. It's not as bad as it used to be, but there's still... I think you've got to learn your lesson at some stage. When you're a young person and you first start drinking, there is a moment where you probably go a little bit too far.
Oh, when it hurts, you don't forget.
Or for me, it was out the front of St. Patrick's in the city there, right next to where the Apple store is now.
What happened to you?
Just off George Street. But I woke up on a Monday morning because St. Pat's used to go off on a Sunday night, and I used to dominate the dance floor there. And unfortunately, I thought I'd have a little kip before I went home, and I was woken by a businessman saying, it's Monday morning, mate, it's quite busy out here. I'd get up and jump into that cab over there.
Aren't you one of the recruits for the Sydney Swans? I'll let them know.
It's happened to a Gold Coast tradie. Have a listen to this.
Imagine waking here, a sky-high slumber on the edge of a concrete ballast at the top of a 33-storey tower.
And then blacked out and then woke up at the top of the crane.
A night at the casino ending with a 23-year-old gambling with his life.
At the top of a crane?
at the top of a crane.
Oh.
33 stories high. The next morning, right, the workers started, they didn't know he was there, so they'd already started work on the crane before they found him.
Work started here at 5:30 this morning. The crane operating for 2 hours before anyone even knew there was someone asleep up there. Once they realised, they turned the crane so if he did fall, it would be 10 metres, not 100.
Okay, that's very kind of them.
That's good effort by
They then hung him from a cable and used him as a wrecking ball to knock down an apartment block.
They finally caught up with Keegan Verho. Keegan Verho, a Gold Coast tradie. This is what he had to say.
The Sparky says he withdrew cash 7 times from an ATM that night.
Not once was anyone like, hey, are you okay?
He is now self-banned from the casino, and he hopes others see this terrifying image as their wake-up call.
Tommy, there's the phone topic.
Have you done a self-ban?
When did you put a self-ban on yourself? The casino's fine with you coming in, but you've had to sit yourself down, look into the mirror and go, self-ban applied.
I've put a self-ban on myself for 2 weeks. I'll be back at Jupiter's very, very soon.
Who's going to regulate that one?
Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.